It's a bustling city street. People are walking along the sidewalks, cars are passing by. In the midst of this, we see Emma, a beautiful woman in her 20s, strolling down the street. She approaches a trash can on the sidewalk, takes a candy wrapper out of her pocket, and instead of throwing it away, she tosses it onto the ground. Emma, it's just one piece of trash. It's not going to hurt anyone. She continues walking, passing by more trash cans, but ignoring them, dropping more wrappers, napkins, and other small items of trash onto the ground. Emma is now in a beautiful park, surrounded by trees and greenery. She takes a sip from a plastic water bottle, then carelessly tosses it into a nearby bush. Emma, nobody's going to notice one water bottle. She keeps walking, dropping more trash as she goes. A banana peel here, a crumpled paper bag there. Emma is now at the beach, the sound of waves crashing in the background. She finishes a bag of chips, then simply tosses the empty bag onto the sand. Emma, the ocean will just take care of this. She continues her littering spree, leaving a trail of trash in her wake as she walks along the beach. Emma returns to her apartment, kicking off her shoes and collapsing onto her bed. She looks around her tidy, well-kept room, unaware of the mess she's created outside. Emma, it's been a long day, but at least I'm home now. She rolls over and turns out the light, drifting off to sleep. The camera pans over the city where dark storm clouds have gathered. Suddenly, a flash of lightning streaks across the sky, followed by a rumble of thunder. Emma is sound asleep when a sudden gust of wind blows open her bedroom window. The wind howls and we hear a strange rustling sound. Emma stirs, slowly opening her eyes. She sits up, looking around in confusion as the wind continues to blow. Emma, what's going on? She turns on the light and her eyes widen in horror at the sight before her. The room is suddenly filled with a swirling vortex of trash. Wrappers, bottles, bags, and other discarded items are flying through the air, circling around the room. Emma, what the... She ducks as a plastic bag comes flying towards her face. The trash is everywhere, covering the bed, the floor, and even sticking to the walls. Emma tries to get up, but slips on a banana peel, falling backwards onto the bed, which is now completely buried in trash. Emma, no, this can't be happening. She struggles to free herself from the piles of trash, but it's no use. She's completely surrounded and overwhelmed by the mess she's created. The storm continues to rage, the wind howling as the trash vortex spins through the air. Discarded items are flying everywhere, slamming into buildings and cars, creating chaos on the streets. Emma is still trapped in her bed, drowning in the sea of trash. She's desperately trying to find a way out, but the more she moves, the more the trash seems to pile up around her. Emma! Help! Somebody please help me! She looks around, her eyes wide with fear and desperation. The trash is closing in, threatening to bury her alive. The sun is shining, the streets are clean and bustling with activity. We see people walking by, carefully disposing of their trash in the proper receptacles. Voiceover. One piece of trash may not seem like a big deal, but it all adds up. The consequences of littering can be far-reaching and devastating, as Emma discovered the hard way. The camera pans across the now clean room, no longer buried in trash. Emma is sitting on her bed, a look of shame and regret on her face. Voiceover. Emma learned that her small acts of carelessness had a much bigger impact than she realized, and the price she paid was a harsh one. Emma, I'll never litter again. I'll be more mindful of my actions and their consequences. She stands up, walking towards the window and gazing out at the city. Voiceover. Let Emma's story be a reminder to us all. Our choices, no matter how small, can have a lasting impact on the world around us. So, let's do our part to keep our communities clean and green. And